Royal bombshell. Princess Leonor marries Christian, palace in shock. Spain woke up to whispers. Denmark fell silent. Europe froze. The future of two monarchies just changed forever. Princess Leonor of Spain has married Prince Christian of Denmark. Secretly, swiftly, against every royal expectation. And the palace wasn't prepared. For months, rumors swirled. Royal watchers speculated. But no one truly believed it would happen this way, away from the Grand Cathedral, away from the cameras, away from the eyes of the world. Yet, in a hidden chapel, somewhere far from Madrid's golden halls, the young heir to the Spanish throne said, "I do." And at that very moment, the royal order of Europe trembled. How did this happen? How did two of Europe's most watched heirs defy tradition, bend centuries of royal protocol, and choose love over duty? This is not just a story of marriage. It's a story of rebellion, destiny, and a new royal era unfolding before our eyes. Everything began months earlier, when Leonor returned from her military training. She had changed. Stronger, poised, more determined than ever to carve her own path. Those close to her said she spoke often of freedom, of wanting to be more than a symbol. And quietly, her connection with Prince Christian deepened. Their bond had begun years ago, at events no one paid much attention to at the time. Coronations, youth gatherings, quiet royal galas. But behind those formal smiles was something more, two hearts that understood each other's burden. Both heirs to powerful thrones, both born into duty, both dreaming of something real. It was at a private reception in Copenhagen, months before this shocking wedding, that everything changed. Christian, known for his calm confidence, took Leonor aside and whispered words that would ignite a royal firestorm. "If we wait for permission," he told her, "we'll be waiting forever." Those words echoed in her mind for weeks. Spain's young princess, a woman raised for responsibility, was suddenly faced with the most human choice of all. Love, or legacy. By the time she returned to Madrid, her heart was already made up. Quietly, she began making arrangements, not for a public wedding with carriages and crowns, but for something far more intimate. A union away from the press. Away from the endless scrutiny. A promise that belonged to them alone. The day arrived under heavy secrecy. Only a few trusted aides knew. A small villa on the outskirts of Madrid, guarded by silence and starlight. Leonor wore a simple gown, ivory silk, no diamonds, no tiara. Christian arrived quietly, dressed in a traditional Danish suit. When their eyes met, it was as if centuries of royal restraint melted away. They exchanged vows before a single priest, their families unaware. And when they sealed their union, Europe's most powerful monarchies were unknowingly linked forever. Hours later, the first whisper broke. A royal staff member, unaware of the secret, noticed Leonor's absence from an official briefing. Another spotted Christian's sudden departure from Copenhagen. And soon, the rumor reached the palace corridors, "They've done it." King Philippe's reaction was one of disbelief. Queen Letizia, though emotional, reportedly said just one thing: she followed her heart. Across Denmark, Queen Mary was seen in quiet reflection. King Frederick called an emergency meeting. The news spread like wildfire through the royal grapevine. International headlines exploded. Royal bombshell. Leonor marries Christian in secret ceremony. Europe in shock. Two thrones, one love. But while the world was stunned, the couple remained silent. No statement, no photos, only silence, and the quiet strength of two young royals who had made the boldest decision of their lives. Behind the scenes, tension grew. Advisors scrambled. Constitutional experts questioned what this meant for succession, for alliances, for tradition itself. Could a marriage like this stand without approval? Would Spain accept a Danish prince as their future consort? Yet, as debates raged, the people saw something else entirely. They saw two young heirs, human, in love, and courageous enough to break centuries of protocol. For the first time in modern royal history, duty and emotion collided publicly. Days later, Leonor appeared before the Spanish press. No royal guards, no fanfare, just the future queen, standing tall, composed, radiant. Her words silenced an entire nation. "I have taken a step that belongs to my heart," she said. "I will serve Spain with love, as I was born to, but I will also live truthfully, as I was born human." Those words marked a turning point. The Spanish public, initially divided, began to rally behind her. Polls showed a wave of support, especially among the younger generation. "She's one of us," they said. "She's real." Christian, meanwhile, addressed his own nation. His tone was calm, but resolute. "I have married the woman I love," he declared, "and together we hope to strengthen, not divide, our nations." And slowly, the tide began to turn. Royal experts called it the beginning of a new chapter for Europe's monarchies. Historians compared it to the great unions that reshaped history, like Victoria and Albert, or Philip and Elizabeth. Still, within palace walls, the tension lingered. Would both royal houses approve? Would official recognition come? Or would this secret marriage live in the gray shadows of tradition's defiance? Weeks passed. Negotiations quietly began. Behind the ornate doors of Zarzuela Palace and Amalienburg Castle, advisors met to chart the future. Legal teams studied succession clauses. Diplomats whispered of cultural unions. And then, an unexpected turn. King Felipe and King Frederick met privately in Geneva. The meeting was unannounced, discreet, away from the eyes of the press. What was said remained secret, but insiders claim both fathers agreed on one thing: the world had changed, and so must they. Not long after, both royal families released a joint statement. Short, formal, but deeply symbolic. Their Majesties acknowledge and respect the union between Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor of Spain and His Royal Highness Prince Christian of Denmark. Their commitment to each other reflects the evolving spirit of our time. It was official. The royal world that once trembled now embraced the change. The first public appearance of the couple took place weeks later, during a quiet visit to Seville. The crowd was enormous, cheering, waving flags of Spain and Denmark intertwined. Leonor and Christian smiled, hand in hand. Her ring, a simple band of gold, sparkled under the Andalusian sun. In that moment, all the tension, all the whispers, all the royal shock, melted away into a single truth. Two young royals had chosen love, and the world had finally accepted it. Behind the cheers, though, both knew the journey ahead would not be easy. Protocol had to be rewritten. Royal expectations would have to evolve. And every decision they made would now shape not just their lives, but the very image of monarchy in the 21st century. Yet, as Leonor once said to her confidant, a crown means nothing if you can't wear it with love. The royal bombshell that began in secrecy now stands as a symbol of modern unity. A reminder that even in the oldest institutions, change begins with courage, and love still reigns supreme. As the sun sets over Madrid and Copenhagen alike, Europe watches with awe. Two young royals, two nations, one destiny. The world expected a scandal. What it got was history in the making. Princess Leonor of Spain and Prince Christian of Denmark, the couple who defied tradition and rewrote what it means to rule. The palace may have been in shock, but the world has fallen in love.